I have lots of people messaging me on how they can shoot fireballs out of their LT or LS powered car. All you do is buy the Lingenfelter two-step box, launch controller, anti-lag, whatever you want to call it, and then you run both of these harnesses, one on each side of the motor, and all these do is it goes in between the ignition coils. So you disconnect all 8 of your ignition coils on the factory harness, and you run this in between them. So run all 8, hide the harness, make it look all pretty, and then on the actual Lingenfelter box, you take the yellow wire, which is your 12-volt activation wire, as you see in here, or you can do a ground activation using the green wire, but I use the yellow wire, and run this into your firewall. And I can't see it right there, but I have a switch right there. You hit the switch, and the switch activates the anti-lag, two-step launch controller, whatever you want to call it, and go from there. Okay, guys. So once you route that yellow wire in through the dash, connect it to any momentary switch. You can buy wherever. I picked this one because it's kind of fancy and kind of matches my blue gay lights. And accelerate. Put it in the manual mode, accelerate. And remember, the two-step is set to 1200 RPM. And basically let off the gas, hit the button, and the goal is to hold the button down, depress the accelerator for like a split second, release the accelerator while still holding the button down, and it'll dump fuel into the exhaust. So those that are wondering how the Lingenfelter two-step works, basically it's a spark cut. So since it's set to 1200 RPM, if you click and hold the button down to enable it, and I'm gonna barely do it, so give it a little bit of gas. I don't know if you can hear that in the video, but it's like stumbling and stuttering and everything. So I have it set real low because basically the way I'm doing this is, since the two-step's only set to like 12, 1500, something like that, I'm revving the engine past the two-step RPM. So let's just say example 3,000 or 4,000 RPM. And then when you press the button and you enable the two-step, the computer's like, oh shit, I'm way past 1200. I need to be at 1200 RPM, but I'm at 3,000 or 4,000 RPM. So instead of two-stepping, it's basically doing a complete spark cut. And basically rev it up, hit the button, and so you get the idea. But big ass fireballs, they better get the fuck out of here before the cops come. Shit.